Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Thanks as always for checking out our reviews. Today, as you can tell, we're going to be talking about Mechanix gloves. And it is the new year here, January 2014. It is very cold here in New England. New Hampshire is just getting pounded with a cold spell, and we're about to get hit with some more significant snow in the next couple of days. You would think if I was talking about gloves in light of the weather, I'd be talking about some heavy-duty, extremely warm gloves. But in my opinion, these are some of the best option out there for an EDC style glove. Now, obviously with this big Mechanix written all over it, those are definitely going to grab some attention, but there's a wide variety of Mechanix gloves, and the reason I like these gloves in general, all the different styles, but particularly these three, is that they offer some versatility and what our friend NutnFancy often talks about, SWC, size and weight constraint. So he brings up the idea of basically saying, you know, you can put something in a pack or a bailout bag, whatever it is, that weighs a ton, but now you're limited by that weight, and so that's something you need to consider. So in the same way, yeah, you can have something that's really warm and, you know, filled with down or filled with some sort of fill in the mitten or in the glove that's going to keep you really warm, but then that drops your functionality. So in the same way, I think bang for the buck, these give you the warmth you need just for kind of everyday going around, but also a lot of functionality if you have to get out and do a repair in your car or maybe help somebody else out in just the day-to-day things that are going on in life. So as we start out here, you can see I'm on the Mechanix website. It's Mechanix.com, and I just want to show you all the different types of gloves that they have. So obviously, if these three, you know, there's something about them that you think, oh, I'd like a different color, a slightly different style, there are a lot of options over at the Mechanix gloves website. So Mechanix, that's the website. Check it out if you want to see a wide variety of the gloves that they make. The first ones we'll talk about here are the original, and I'll just pick this up and show you. You can see it says right there on the wrist, the original. These are listed on their website for $24.99, but I have seen them for lower out there on various websites and from different retailers. These are just a very basic functional glove. So you can see it does say Mechanix all over, and there are ones that are very similar to this, but have a much more toned down Mechanix information or logos and whatever you want to call it there. Graphics, words across the hand. So basic glove, some of the nice features, one complete palm. There's no stitching across the palm, nothing like that. Across the top here, it is form-fitting. It does stretch, so as I close my hand like this, I can feel a little tightness across here and across the knuckles. That's because it is stretching. They do have your basic hook and loop closure here on the wrist, and you can see there is a spot there. See if it'll focus in. Yeah, you can write down your name, your ID, basically. And these were originally used for Mechanix, as the name implies. So, you know, you're out doing something in cold weather, and you need to have some gloves on. You still need dexterity, but you need some warmth and some protection. These are the gloves. These were the original gloves designed for that purpose. Now, for some people, these are a bit busy. So you got Mechanix over here, Mechanix here, Mechanix here, and then obviously the underside quite plain. If these are too busy for you, like I said, there are other options, but I like these ones a lot. These original ones, to me, are the most comfortable of all the different Mechanix gloves that I have I've used. And the thing, again, I like about this is that they do add a little bit of warmth. I wear these when I'm driving to work in the morning, so it's quite chilly out, but I still get a little warmth from these, and yet I still have a lot of dexterity, so I can pick things up. I can use all my fingers with quite a great deal of ease. It's not like I'm fumbling around trying to grab things or hold on to things. So those are the original glove. Before we move on here, I did want to note very quickly, you can see 1, 2, 3, those fingertips are reinforced, and then that comes down the side here, and then up the thumb as well. So just some extra coverage on those 3 fingers, and then down to the thumb as well. Now this next glove, it's a little bit interesting because I'm not able to find this on the internet or out at retailers anywhere, but this, if I remember correctly, is called the Mechanix Combat Glove. And they must have discontinued them because, again, I can't find them anywhere. A couple of the features of these ones that they do overlap with some of the other Mechanix gloves out there, but it doesn't look like these ones in particular are available anymore. You can see reinforced here on the fingertips, and then even more on this finger and down onto the thumb. You've got this rubberized texturing here that is raised up, as you can see, across the fingers, on the knuckles here, and then across the top of the hand as well. And then the underside you could see reinforced on the fingertip, reinforced here, here on your hand, and then on the palm as well. Much more subtle, not, you know, as bright across the hand. But the thing that is interesting for me is that they looks like they discontinued these, and I'm kind of glad they did, because while they work well, the one thing that's a little bit uncomfortable in these is that the stitching right here across this finger and the first finger on the other glove as well, where the two pieces of cloth come together, it's just kind of irritating at the top of my finger in there. So I have these in my bag in my trunk just for emergency use, but day to day these are not the pair I would choose. All right, let's take a look at the third pair. The last gloves we're looking at here are the TAA Original in Coyote, and a couple things here. They are very similar, obviously, to the original Mechanix glove, other than the fact that this is much more subtle, tan on tan, and you've got a different coloration. They are TAA compliant, and other than that, you've got basically the exact same thing as the original. So reinforced on the fingertips, down to the thumb, Mechanix. Got the hook and loop closure there on the wrist, your ID option on the underside, and the seamless palm here. So as we wrap up here, I'll just tell you that in general, I don't know why, but I really like gloves. So when new gloves come out from different companies, I'm always interested in seeing them, testing them out, seeing how well they work. Are they comfortable? Are they breathable? Are they warm? Whatever. Just to show you here a couple more pairs. Under Armour, very nice gloves, very breathable and lightweight. Doesn't offer you a ton of protection just because they are so lightweight. We've got these Voodoo Tactical. These are the Crossfires. I've used these as range gloves before. These are quite nice. I've got these Condor gloves as well. I've used these out at the range as well. But what I'll tell you is this. These three sets of gloves right here, I've got these gloves as my range gloves, these gloves as the gloves in my car emergency survival bag, and the ones down here on the end, the originals, are my everyday carry or everyday wear gloves. I just, you know, generally have those in my car, or they're the ones I wear when I drive to work, whatever it might be. So I'm definitely a big believer in Mechanix. You may be watching this video and say, yeah, I know these gloves, they're great, and you know, you've already got a pair or two. Or you may be hearing about this and say, I've never even heard of these gloves, or I thought they were literally just for Mechanix. Well, now you know. My opinion, at least, is these definitely are usable for a variety of different applications. So check them out. You can get them, you know, at a high-end cost, or all the way down to probably $10 up to $15, and a huge variety of colors, huge variety of options. So thanks as always for watching the videos. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check us out on Tumblr. Take care.